Welcome back to Room 202. I'm Corbin Johnson.
And I'm Roman Bolin. And guys, it's my belief that here on 202 we don't have enough guests with vaginas. So she's been on here before, but this is a specialty episode, everybody. The one, the only, Siena Price.
When you're bored and have nothing to do, come on down to 202.
So Siena, I'd ask you what's new, but I see you all the time, so I know what's new.
Yeah, you know.
Nothing much.
Yeah.
Same old. So I think we should go right into the story, which we just fucking conjured not but a few moments ago.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great one. Who would like to start?
I don't know this story.
You don't know it? Yeah, you were there.
The time we went to Caldwell.
We went to Caldwell.
And Sydney invited us to that party.
I don't know.
And we drove all the way out there, and she...
Okay,
You just
I'll tell it.
Just tell it.
So it was during the summer. I don't remember exactly the time period.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I don't remember exactly the time period, but our good friend, the intern Sydney, she was telling us about this party that's going down in way out in Caldwell. It was like, I swear, how long was it? Like a 35-minute drive?
Yeah,
Something
it was
crazy
around
like that.
there. It was crazy.
So we had to drive out there, and she's like, yeah, it's this fat party with this girl.
Before that, me and Sydney took some candies that were infused with a substance.
Oh, you took edibles?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know
I
that.
remember because she was in the car, and she was high as
Yeah, we were-
shit.
We were tripping.
So basically what Sydney said was that she got invited to this party by this girl. I should come up with a fake name. We'll call her
I don't like her, so she's
we'll call her Bitch Ho, because she's a bitch ho.
bitch ho Barb.
Bitch Ho Barb. So Bitch Ho Barb invites her to this party. And it was either not made very clear or Sydney was just saying fuck it. Well, I'll get there.
Well, I think it's just because she was high.
Yeah.
And we were all there. We're like, all right, let's all go to this party.
Right.
And she was like, okay, let's all go.
So we drive out to the fucking middle of nowhere. I was driving, and then there's two other drivers. Sydney was one of them or something. I don't really remember.
Here.
Fucking get that out of here.
Get!
That's some
You're supposed to
bullshit.
clap above them because then they fly up into your hand.
That's smart.
Yeah.
What? What's that, Karate Kid where he fucking...
With the chopsticks?
Yeah, that's
not real.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So
That's
So we drive out to Caldwell. Just if it touches you, just let it be. We drive out to Caldwell, and it's this like dirt path down into this like ranch. And
it was creepy as fuck.
It was
I
fucking
remember.
sketch. And we pull up, and there was like 2 cars that were there. Not a party.
All the lights were out.
All the lights were out. And as I get out, I see like 3 women run past the door and like past the window to some back room. And we're like, huh? So we all walk up to the door, and we had a 30 rack with us.
Yeah, because we were expecting a party.
Right. It was like a bargaining chip, really.
Yeah.
Like, let us in. We'll give you-
So we walk up to the door and we knock, and they come out, and this girl comes out and looks all confused. And it's like her and 3 other girls, and then she like scuttles over to Sydney and whispers something, and she's like, she looks to the group and she's like, so you guys aren't supposed to be here. It's just a Sydney thing, so you need to leave.
And we're like 10 people in. Like,
Right.
We have our squad, and we're ready to throw down.
So
She's
one of
like,
our
you weren't invited.
Yeah, you weren't invited. And our good friend, I can't think of Diego. I'll bleep it if I have to. Diego. He's like, we're all being super nice. He's like, look, we have some beers. Just let us come in and hang out for a little bit and drink some beers, and we'll be out of your hair.
Like, we won't be loud. Like,
Right.
we'll show them when
And
we're
I
loud.
understand. And the
We
thing
should
is,
have
like,
a good time.
there's 10 of us, so even if that didn't work, she could have been like, look, guys, I'm just not comfortable with, and you know what I mean? But no, this is what she does. She goes, fuck no.
Yeah, she was being
And
a
so-
bitch.
Then Broden, our friend Broden, who we speak of somewhat fondly, is like, oh yeah, or is like, well, Sydney told us, right? And Sydney's not talking because she's blitzed.
Yeah.
And this girl's like, it's not Sydney's fault, it's your fault.
And we were like, how?
It's Broden's like, yeah, because we wanted to come out here in his like classic Broden voice.
The Broden Jackson voice.
Fucking hell. So this fucking cow. She's so we're like whatever. So we all start packing up, and I kind of pulled in a way where I had to back out. And it was me, Papa Rice here. Were you in my truck?
I was with Reed and Casey. I guess.
Okay.
Name, but
No, it's okay. We just want to use the last name.
But yeah, and
Or I can bleep it.
and yeah, we just dipped because I don't know, we didn't want to deal with that.
Right.
But you were like in a weird position, so it was kind of like hard to get out.
Right. So there was like the main road we pulled up on, and then a side road that you went around and like connected to that road.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like back out. You know what I'm saying? And there's a truck right there too. And I swear to God, I was considering just hitting it and then leaving. But fucking. So, anyways.
But she was standing out there.
She was standing there like this,
her arms
and so I'm
crossed.
trying to get out, and I rolled down the window, and she was already mean, so I was like, ready to go off, and I was like, "Can I help you?" And she's like, "That's not the way out, bud." And I'm like, "I'm not your bud." And just as she's starting to go off on me, I get it to where I can pull off to the side road, and I hang out the window, and I was like, "Fuck you, dumb bitch, eat my dick!"
And you're like honking the horn.
And I started honking the horn, and I fucking gas it out of there. So,
and yeah.
So we gas it out of there, and then so we're driving back, and later I found out that she messaged Sydney and was like, the trouble that kid Roman gave me was unacceptable or some shit like that. It's like
But I remember as we were driving away, we were just laughing our fucking.
We were
asses
laughing so
off.
hard. Well, there's a little thing to this story. Cut to maybe 2 months later, we're at a different party. And I see this girl in the garage talking to Nahum. Gahum. Well, we'll use real names if they're within the group, because fuck it.
Fair.
So, and I see this girl talking to him. Later, they were locking lips, but we won't get into that. And I'm like, I recognize her. And she walks up to me and she goes, Roman, I just want to let you know that I love you and I think you're awesome. And I'm like, thank you. But I don't know who it is. So and I saw her talking to my friend Jake, who we're having on next week. Shout out to Jake.
Yeah.
And I walk up to him. I'm like, who is that? And he goes, oh, that's bitch ho Barbara. That's bitch ho Barb. And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. I was like, no. So that was
I actually didn't know about that.
Yeah, it was.
That was a fun party too.
That was a fun party, but oh my god, just the absolute fun. And I saw her somewhat recently again.
That party was the night we met Jeff.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
After that, I had to drive.
At Spelcy's?
Yeah, because then we had to go to
to
Miss Rooney's house, and Jeff came over.
Oh.
Where was I? Was I even there?
No, you weren't, because there was a conflict of
beef.
interest.
There's a beef.
Remember
with?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't a real beef, but it was just better if
yeah. But yeah, that was crazy because after the Nahum smoked like
marijuana.
Yeah,
and he doesn't react well to it.
After that point, I told Nahum you can't smoke anymore, and then Ricky was there too, and I was tipsy, but I wasn't like there's like tipsy, and then there's like about to get really drunk. So I was like good enough to drive, but I probably shouldn't have. So I had to drive Nahum and Ricky to Danny's house, and then we just partied up there. But yeah, that was.
Wasn't that the night like you guys were on the boat and shit?
Yeah, and Broden was really sauced, and he was laying in the boat, and he was like singing to himself. I was like, ahoy, matey. That was a good night. You know, we got a lot of party stories, but we have our slow nights too.
I feel like every night that I wouldn't go to a party, like something big that would happen, and I'd be so upset that I didn't go.
Every night that I don't go to one, someone in this group gets like unbelievably sauced and starts vomiting.
Yeah.
Like every time. I'll see like in the group chat a video of
It's most likely Corbin.
Right.
Yeah, I just like to have a good time.
Right.
I mean, we all do.
I don't really get I don't really drink, or I don't really get drunk or anything like that anymore, just because it takes effort. Yeah. I don't got time for that shit. So I'll just have a casual beer.
I've been drinking a lot lately. lately,
in
and
the
I've been
conference of
waking
law.
up with like just all of these fucking injuries.
So, for those of you who can't see, there's 2 cigarette burns on Siena's arm.
And then I have like 2 cuts like on both of my hands, and then like this
Your
big
knee.
cut on my knee.
Well, no one here smokes, but except for some external people who brought cigarettes, and we were kind of like it was kind of a meme. We were like, hey, let's all pass around a cigarette and joke around. And
then I saw that Seth had like his cigarette burns.
Right.
I was like, I'm like, fucking do it.
Do it. Were you kind of soft?
Yeah, I was pretty soft.
I could tell.
And I didn't even like feel it. I was like, oh yeah.
So, give me the burn. Give me the burn.
I love the pain.
Oh
shit! But yeah, we've gone to some crazy parties.
It's been pretty crazy.
It's impressive how we're still. No one's dead yet.
Mm-hmm.
We've done some crazy.
How no
shit.
one's dead yet? I'm not surprised by that. We're not that crazy.
I don't know.
Name one thing that would have risked our lives.
The fireworks situation.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that was yeah.
We should have burned that house
I
down.
almost don't want to tell that story because if we have Ricky on it all, I want him to tell it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Or like Ben or something.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That
But
was crazy.
we'll just say that some individuals decided to hold a fucking mortar, like one of the strongest, like illegal firework in their hand and just let it explode.
Under a fucking.
Like a tarp, like
Yeah,
a flammable tarp.
Yeah.
In a rich neighborhood.
But the best part was like we opened the door and you just see like
Smoke
smoke and then
fill out.
and he walks in. He's like, "Fuck."
It was so funny.
And I remember there was like that old ass banana, and then Nathan was like,
Oh,
slapping
yeah, I
it.
was asleep on the couch and Nathan was taking his nasty banana and just like flopping it onto my cheek, and I was like, in my. So funny.
And then I tucked you in.
Yeah, you were like, you had your arm around me and you were giving me water, and I was like shaking. Like, here you
I'm
go.
so cold.
You like put a blanket. You're like, there. And I was like, I'm so cold.
That night
it
was
so
crazy
funny.
too, cause like, fucking, there was only supposed to be like our squad,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And
random
like,
people
a
just
bunch of people
like
just started
random
showing up.
people.
Like Julio and
Yeah,
like,
like
his
the-
friends.
The
and-
Playboy himself showed up that night.
Who's that? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Wait.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
his squad rolled up.
Oh yeah.
And
So
I
the thing-
forgot that they came.
So the thing is, like, Broden was like, hey, they want to come, right? And I was like, I don't want this night to be shit because I didn't like him then.
Yeah, that's.
And I
what
didn't want to get
figured out.
fucking harassed. So I was like,
Yeah.
don't invite them. And then this is what Broden knows is, you know, when I'm having a good time and shit, and you got a few, I got to be careful what I say because if the lawless, I don't give a fuck. When I have a few liquids in me, I'll say,
some shit they probably wouldn't say sober.
shit pops off. And I'm like, all right, I was like, hey, invite him.
Fuck it.
And it ended up being okay, but you know.
But yeah, and then the owner of the house got mad and was like, "Broden, kick
Oh,
everybody out."
And she's
God.
like, she was freaking
So
out.
this
She's
is-
like, there's so many people here.
It wasn't like that.
It
But
was
it was
not
a
that.
big enough house to have.
Well, when
Yeah.
I understood kind of when the fireworks went off.
but
There's
it was
that
the 4th
video.
of July.
Oh man, I wish I could show the video, but I don't want to get sued by her. But there's this video of her, and she's like, "I'm fucking done." And she's like about to cry. I was like, "Oh no."
But she was freaking out the whole night, like
Yeah.
before the fireworks.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit though. I was just fucking living it up. That was so
Yeah, it was
fun.
so-
Such a good 4th of July is probably one of the best holidays.
It's so
And the
fun.
watermelon.
Yes, the
vodka.
watermelon. Oh,
Javi,
amazing.
remember that one night at my graduation? He had like this bowl of the watermelon.
I wasn't there. I wasn't friends with you guys then.
Oh.
Yeah, but I
do you
remember,
remember
yeah.
that? He
That
was
night.
eating the whole bowl of like
I, like-
vodka and watermelon.
Yeah, I remember I ate one and then I fucking threw up on your brother and I
Oh,
just
no.
kept apologizing the whole. I was like, Preston, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I was just in the toilet.
Well, he's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so he
oh,
was
Chris.
pretty
He's like,
nice
he's
about
like,
it.
it's okay, man.
Yeah, no,
like,
he's
I
just-
get it.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
okay."
so nice.
He's like,
What a
"I've
nice
been
guy.
there."
That's
I
so
will-
nice.
And then when I woke up that morning from your graduation party, that was probably the most hungover I've been.
Yeah, I have videos. You were just like laying there.
I had like water bottles all around
Oh
me.
my
It
god.
was so bad.
That's so
I have like
funny.
this picture. You're like staring off at the distance.
Yeah, that's-
like,
I was slow.
Oh, amazing.
Let's talk about.
Well, we have a few things here. We could talk some spoiler stuff, either Endgame or Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones comes out.
today,
Today,
but we can't
Watch
watch
it until tomorrow.
because
So we could talk about. I got some music stuff on here.
Let's talk about the last episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because that was an amazing episode.
For anyone listening who doesn't want any spoilers about season 8, episode 3 of Game of Thrones, I'll put on the screen in post where to skip to
when we're done talking
about it.
We're about to drop some fire.
It's some fat spoilers. It's pretty crazy, I think, but at the same time, I have some critiques.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
for sure.
So,
wait, let's remember how the episode started. Okay. Badass scene. All the that bitch lights all the Dothraki swords on fire.
Right.
That's so badass. And then they all charge out there, and then it's just silent. They're all.
And
then
you
just
see
the
lights.
You see the lights slowly start to go out, and then you hear horses running back.
Yeah. And like the guys were like on the horses, like running back. Like,
yeah.
they didn't even say anything.
And it's like the Dothraki, you know, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But they were like scared.
Yeah.
Then they're all dead.
Yeah.
So and then the fucking amount of zombies that there were.
They were like just piling on top of like the soldiers and shit.
It was bad. It was bad. That would have been such a scary.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantasy, but just imagine that.
Like the actual situation of being there. And, like,
being the first person on the front line and just fucking a wave of zombies coming after you.
But like, I'm surprised that Brienne, like she lived.
Yeah, I was pretty sure. I was pretty sure she was gonna die. She got fucking torn up.
Yeah.
But so let's talk about like the deaths in this episode.
So there
or like the major ones, because there's like fucking thousands of them in the episode.
Yeah.
So
first off, who died first?
I don't remember.
Oh, that little bear chick. She went.
That little bear chick.
She went out like a G though.
She was like
at first I was like, this bitch is so dumb because she's
like
running at this giant with an axe. I was like, what the fuck are you
remember we were watching the episode and Siena's like, this bitch is so stupid. And I was like, I don't know, at least she's dying fighting. It's like, look at her, she's like
and then he like picks her up and he's like crushing her and
she's like
but then she stabs him in the eye and I was like, oh shit, bitch.
And then
you know, if that giant just wanted to straight up drop kick her.
Right. It wouldn't have been an issue. And, like, it's so fucking good because then when the Night King, like, resurrected all the people that had died in the battle, and she fucking comes to life.
Yeah, like, her eye, like, opened.
It's all blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, Jon was standing there, like, all of them rising, and he was ready to, like, go down.
Yeah, it was fucking dope. He was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna die fighting, and he survived.
Course.
Which is crazy.
I kind of wish that I saw him fight more because I feel like he was mainly like on the dragons or like just flying around. Like I wish I.
Yeah,
saw him
I felt like the dragon scenes were cool. My biggest criticism of the whole episode is it was so fucking dark and hard to see.
Yeah, we had to turn up the brightness.
And still,
I understand that like they want to give this like environment of like how actually dark it is and like all these zombies and shit. It's like scary.
It was like nighttime, but like
there's a limit.
But yeah, for real, like there are some scenes like you just see like things moving.
You don't really see anything. Yeah. Part of me thinks it was like a budget thing.
I could see that.
Like they wanted to, you know,
save money on it.
Right.
Because I mean, it was the most. Once like I heard somewhere that like it was the longest battle scene ever.
Yeah, I read that online, and I think I told you about it.
Yeah.
It was the longest battle sequence in movie or film history. It was like an hour and 30 minutes of just straight bloodshed.
Just fighting.
The entire episode.
The entire episode. It was fucking cool. I'm not knocking the episode. You know, there's a scene with like the fucking zombie dragon that gets half of its jaw ripped off.
Yeah.
And then it's like blowing flames at
blue flames
at Jon. Oh, so cool.
So good.
And Jon was like dodging, and then he like ran to grab the sword, and he jumped down and was like dodging.
So fucking
it.
cool.
Oh, and
then what's the first guy to die? I don't remember his name, but I think he was one of the Night's Watch. No, not that guy.
Oh no, he was.
Oh, that guy died too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that guy.
Because his last life was to save Arya.
Yeah, that was the purpose. That's why the Lord of Light or whatever
kept
was
bringing him back.
Yeah.
That was a crazy, like, that fucked with my head. Like, that was a crazy ass.
Yeah,
that was
like,
fucking
he was,
insane.
like, the whole purpose of him being alive and, like, us watching him was for that moment.
Right.
Like.
And, like, and then there's the guy with, like, the kind of pointy nose. He was part of the Night's Watch. He died.
Yeah, but I didn't really.
I didn't give two shits about him.
He was, like, one of the first people to die.
Well, yeah, he was, like, the first one. I didn't really give a shit.
Yeah, me either.
The one, there are two major deaths in this episode that I kind of gave a shit about. Theon.
Yeah, Theon went out.
Yeah, that was.
But he just kind of died in like such a lame way.
Like
I
understand. He would have waited like 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
He would have still been.
Yeah.
I understood. Yeah, exactly. I understand that like he was trying to go out. I like the way he died in theory. Like he was like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself and try my best to save Bran or whatever.
Respect to that, but
he just got stabbed in like the side and fell down to the ground. I was like, what? Oh, this is fucking lame as shit.
For real. And then Jorah, the guy who's Khaleesi's. But Khaleesi fucked that guy up.
Yeah, she pushed him. I was like, what?
I forgot about him too. Oh, so a lot of people died.
Yeah.
If you watch that episode, you can see Khaleesi throw this guy right in front of a sword.
Yeah.
Like she pushed him.
And
she,
it's what killed him too.
Yeah.
And it's what killed him. No one's gonna remember that, but that bitch straight up killed him.
For real, I'll remember it. And I don't like Khaleesi anymore.
Yeah, she's just real bitchy.
Like I really loved her like a lot, but like in this season, she's just been a bitch.
Because she really came from like nothing. Like her dad's dead, her brother's a shithead. She's getting raped by the Dothraki leader. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit's crazy. Yeah. And then she just like was so intelligent and built her way up from nothing. And now she's like such hot shit.
I feel like she's kind of like becoming like Cersei, like becoming
in a lot of ways.
Like,
I agree.
Just becoming power hungry, but.
And I think she's gonna like lose that about herself, and like she's gonna like just like I don't know, just like want it so bad that like she loses her purpose of like wanting to be queen.
Exactly. And her dad is like the Mad King or whatever. He was insane.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine her going down the same path.
And then one more thing I do want to talk about is Arya. And
that is the fucking scene in the whole episode that was entirely worth it.
Where did she come from?
Just fucking her. That's a good point.
Because all those other
were
right behind him.
Right behind him. So I wonder if she came from like
the trees.
The trees.
Yeah.
That's what
like,
I think.
down.
The trees.
And then he just fucking like catches her in midair.
And I thought she was fucked.
I was like, they're not about to kill Arya. And then she dropped. So
I think she did that on purpose.
Yeah,
like dropped
probably.
it and like knew she was gonna catch it and stabbed him. Like,
but that was the knife that in the very first season was the one that was meant to kill Bronn.
Really?
Was it Bronn or Bran?
I think you can say it either way.
But
I've heard
because
it both ways.
It had to be the
Valyrian steel.
Well, I thought it had to be like the
Dragon
glass.
Well, the Valyrian steel also works.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was crazy. That was a crazy scene.
That was fucking so cool.
And then you just see all the zombies just drop.
Yeah, and then.
But that leaves what's next?
Cersei is the.
And like they lost so many of like their army and
that's
shit.
The
like
big
what
thing.
are they gonna? She knew that was gonna happen.
Right. That's what she said. She's like, when the whatever's left after the army of the dead, will fucking mop up.
Yeah.
But that's another thing I want to critique is those Unsullied guys. At the beginning of Game of Thrones, there was like 8,000 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no way in hell that there should be any more of those guys.
After that fight,
definitely more.
We saw,
especially now that
in the trailer,
fought zombies.
In the trailer for the episode that comes out tonight, you see like there's still like a solid amount of them. It's like marching through Winterfell. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
And they were the first ones to fight the zombies too.
There's no fucking way.
But.
And I remember like the zombies like pretty much like going on top of them.
It was like World War fucking Z, dude.
Yeah, they were just going over them. Poor
shit guy. Was crazy.
But the thing is like they have dragons, so like I really don't see them standing a chance.
Right. Well, did one of the dragons die?
I thought they're both still alive.
No, both of them. Oh yeah, I don't know actually.
I know one of them for sure is alive because it was right there next to Khaleesi when her guardian died.
But either way, they have fucking dragons.
Yeah.
Like, what does Khaleesi have?
Right.
She's got that big ass crossbow thing, but.
Yeah. And like the Hound and the Mountain are gonna have like this.
Ooh,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's gonna be a dope ass fight scene.
I also think. So the thing that spawned out of this episode, like the biggest thing, is now everyone on the internet's. Whenever something becomes popular, like a challenge comes out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking so now that I don't know what it's called exactly, probably like Arya Stark challenge, but it's literally fucking. I was telling Siena about this. It's all over the internet now. People just recording themselves doing this.
That's it.
They just like drop their phone into.
Or whatever it is, and they catch it, just like how she did with the knife. Hold on. Hey guys, fuck right off. Don't fucking do that.
None of that bullshit.
I see anyone doing that shit,
the audio,
it's game over.
the audio there definitely like fucking peaked.
Just like.
Hold on, let me move that shit.
Just like we'll be listening to this and then.
Don't
fucking do it.
It's just like fucking stupid.
I don't know where it's gonna go next. Obviously, they got to go kick Cersei's ass, but
yeah,
I don't think they can do it. But.
It's funny that they built up
Yeah.
the Night King and his forces for fucking 8 seasons, and then in one episode they're all dead.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
There was literally only 3 episodes of them just outside the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone was like, "Oh shit, they're coming."
Mm-hmm.
But like that was the only way that they could destroy all of them by like
Right.
killing the Night King.
Yeah, there's no way you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
To do it.
But I still stand by my theory that somehow the Night King and Bran are related.
I could
Because they look like their face.
Yeah.
It's the nose, dude.
Yeah.
Their
got big
noses look
monsters.
exactly the same.
I could see it being a possibility.
Like, hold on, let me pull up a picture.
The 3-eyed raven.
The 3-eyed, right? Because he already, the whole thing with Hodor.
Hodor. Yeah, that's crazy.
That was
too.
Hodor. That's actually
Hodor.
really funny.
Like,
Hodor.
But that's his name was Hodor.
Yeah,
But his whole life.
because he kept saying hold the door, and then it just became Hodor.
But like what did he have, like a seizure or something, and like he like saw the future,
Right.
And
He
like
just knew he had
Yeah.
to hold it dough.
Like,
did
look
it?
at this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking
Look at their
crazy.
noses. That shit to me just seems so like.
Their eyes too. Like their eyes are
Yeah. I'll
But
put it
like
on
I don't
screen.
know how that would work, you know?
No, I don't either.
But do you know how dragons exist?
Yeah. That's a good point, Corbin. Got him.
Got him there. That's a good sound.
Wait, do it again. I want to see if it. Wait, watch the bar.
Okay.
So,
¿Por qué?
moving on. What do we want to talk about next, Corbin? I think we could do How to Beat It.
How to beat it? Yeah.
I don't think Siena. You know what we should do? We should just not do the one I planned and just have Siena bring up an animal. Do you know what this is?
So you like pick an animal and then talk about how you would
You
beat
and
it?
then we theorize how you beat it, and then I just look it up.
Okay.
In not necessarily in combat, but like if this animal confronted you and tried to kill you, like how do you defeat it? Basically,
In a parking lot.
This comes from our last episode with Amar. In a parking lot, yeah.
Yeah, you have to. You're in
So
a
what are the
parking lot.
animals that have already been?
Well, we talked about last episode. We talked
What
about
about like a bear?
and a crocodile, I think,
Yeah.
Okay.
or an alligator.
So
same
say
shit.
you're getting out of your car and then you see this animal, and you're in a Walmart parking lot.
I mean, I highly doubt it would be in a Walmart parking
Well,
lot.
it's theoretical.
Well, you probably won't have to fight whatever. All right, what animal are you thinking of though?
Well, I was thinking of a shark because sharks are like terrifying.
Mm.
But in a Walmart parking lot,
There's a big tank. The circus is in town.
You're going swimming in a pond.
I would just punch it, like grab
Okay.
its eye, and I don't even know
Get its
what I
eyes?
would do.
Where would you punch it? Because you're onto something here.
I would punch it like probably in its like the middle of its forehead or something.
You're
Well,
close.
I don't know.
You're
I've,
supposed
Or in
to.
between its eyes.
You're supposed to punch it in the nose.
Oh,
heard,
really?
Yeah.
I thought it was the gills.
The gills.
Yeah.
You like.
Yeah, you just fucking.
Well, so yesterday.
But honestly, if a shark's dedicated enough to get you,
Mm.
it's
Like
gonna
you're
get you.
fucked.
It's-
Like sharks are like by far the most terrifying.
They've
And
been on
okay,
this
so they
planet.
say to punch him in the nose, but this is why I think that's so fucking dumb. Do you know how hard it is to get any momentum
Yeah.
underwater?
Yeah, you're
Like try and punch underwater. It's like
And the shark's like, oh fuck.
it's like oh shit.
Well, and it's like coming
like
at you full
Jesus.
speed.
Dude, now you're bloody nose.
I'm gonna stick these sharks. Stop that.
I'm just a shark.
But it's coming at you like full speed.
Yeah.
And like its mouth is most likely going to be open.
Right.
And it's all like.
So like, how the fuck would that even?
It wouldn't. You
You're
wouldn't
just
even.
fucked. Like,
Yeah, you're
Bruce Willis
fucked.
killed Megalodon. So
Bruce Willis.
yeah.
You mean Jason Statham?
Is that him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who's Bruce Willis?
The Die Hard guy.
Oh.
Bruce Willis. He's also bald, so I guess it's okay.
Same.
Hey Corbin, can I say something?
Yes.
That movie sucked.
Yeah. I liked the action in it, but the story was stupid.
I know I'm gonna be in the minority here, but I really don't like Jason Statham.
Really, I like him a lot.
There's a lot of actors that everyone loves that I just don't. I'm not with.
I'm kind of the same with The Rock. Like I think he's over
Yeah.
years now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
He's like the new Arnold.
Yeah. Because in the 80s,
Arnold was in every action
movie. That's who you had.
It was like him and Sylvester Stallone, but Sylvester Stallone still did less than Arnold did.
And he wasn't like Sylvester was more of like
he could actually act.
Yeah,
I think he's got some actual chops.
Yeah, it wasn't like fucking just action movies.
Right.
But yeah, The Rock is.
He's in everything. Fucking Skyscraper.
Fucking.
What? San Andreas.
All the Fast and Furious.
All the Fast and Furious. That new one coming out. Yeah, that's crazy.
Fuck yeah, he's in a lot. He's in fucking Baywatch. That was a good movie. Did you ever see Baywatch?
Mm-mm.
I liked that.
I heard it was funny.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
I enjoyed that movie.
I didn't see it.
You
know, did you watch that weird ass movie with us? Because we've been wanting to talk about it for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
let's talk about it. Sorry to bother you.
It was so confusing.
It's really. I think it's probably underrated. I know it got good reviews, but like I don't think a lot of people saw it. That movie's so fucking strange, but it's so good.
It was probably one of the biggest plot twists I've seen in a movie in a while.
Yeah.
Is it considered a plot twist if like there's no fucking way any human alive could have predicted it?
There's no nobody saw that shit coming.
The thing is like the movie starts out as like
really
pretty normal.
I really enjoyed the beginning. Well, I mean, I like the whole movie in general, but like I really like the beginning because it's like this guy's making some money.
Right, and it's
pretty
he was
funny.
like really poor, and
and
then
like
he slowly started to work himself.
And the
up.
way that they shoot it is like really artistic and kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not gonna go into like the political undertones of it just because I understand that people would probably disagree with it, and also it doesn't really like it's not what makes the movie good.
Say what you want to say.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily what makes the movie good.
No, I think I like the movie because it had that big ass plot twist.
Right.
It made it memorable.
Right.
Like that's
honestly, the movie's really funny too.
Oh, it's a funny ass movie.
So let's just do a plot summary here.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
It starts off with this like struggling guy. He's like trying to get a job and like so he gets this job as like a what do they call it? Telemarketer, and he's just doing good. He's like, well, he's not doing good.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the black guys like, you gotta use your white voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that's so funny. Like that's pretty clever.
Right.
And then he starts using his white voice, starts doing really good, selling shit. And then he gets high up and figures out they're like selling like.
Well, spoiler alert.
Yeah, the
spoiler. Okay, continue. I'm not even gonna put a timestamp on the screen because it's not like this. It's not. But anyways, go for it.
Then he like gets invited to this party.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all.
So he makes it high up in the company.
Yeah, he's like one of the top dogs.
He's like the best fucking salesman. And basically, what they sell up in the higher end of this company is like slavery. Pretty much. Like, they just sell like slave labor.
Well, like they sell like weapons and shit.
Yeah.
But then like he goes to this party and snorts like this coke shit. I guess.
So yeah.
Coke.
So the owner of this company is like he's doing coke all night, and then he's like, hey man, try some of this coke.
And he's like, fuck it, I'm at a party. I'll do some coke.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh shit, I gotta go pee. And this is what fucked me up because I left right then too.
Yeah, I had to rewind it.
And then I was like pissing, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you were really
like freaking out, and I'm like, the hell's going on?
Dre's girlfriend was like, oh my god, I can't even watch it.
Yeah. But like then this like horse human.
So he goes to
goes to the bathroom.
He tries to go find the bathroom and he walks into like a shower room.
He's like pissed and he's like, help me.
Yeah, you hear help me.
He's like, what the fuck? And then he opens it and like this horse human hybrid. It's pretty grotesque. Like it's not something.
It's like
this dick out?
Yeah, it had this huge fucking horse
dick. Yeah, it was
horse
huge.
penis.
It's huge horse schlong.
He's like, help me.
He's like, help me! Help me! He sounded kind of like a horse. Help me!
He's all stumbling around, and more horse people are just falling out.
Yeah, and they all have these huge dicks.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So he runs out.
But imagine seeing that, though.
Oh my god.
I would be like, I would be mind blown.
So this CEO guy like sits him down at gunpoint, and he's like, really, it makes sense. He's like, what we're doing is we're genetically combining people and horses and then selling them as slaves because they can work like
Harder.
they're like horses, but they're people. You know what I mean? They have hands and shit. And he's like, in the way that you transform him is you snort this white powdery stuff.
And he's like,
wait, what the fuck? He's like, did you give me coke?
and then and then he thinks it's coke, and then at the end of the movie, everything's good, right? He wins the day. He gets a better job. He gets to keep his girl.
He gets to keep his girl. He's still living in. You know who that girl is? That actress.
No.
You know Valkyrie from.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's her.
I saw.
So everything's good, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh no, pain! Penis is getting bigger." Boom! He's a fucking horse person.
Sienna, would you have sex with one of those horse people?
I mean, their dicks were just so big. It'd probably
not even be enjoyable. Yeah, their dicks were big, like small, like or soft.
Yeah, that wasn't even hard.
But when I thought they were hard the whole when they showed them.
These erect horse people.
Constantly erect.
I need to come.
Just anytime he walks.
I didn't see balls though. I was kind of about that. I guess the dick was shadowing it.
Foreshadowing.
So yeah, guys, go fucking watch this movie.
That's a trippy ass.
What's it called? I keep forgetting. Fuck it. Go see it anyways. It's really funny. What do you call it? Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
Go see that horse dick.
Go see Horsecock the movie. It's so funny.
That was a trippy movie. But yeah, like I said, that's probably the biggest plot twist in a movie.
Yeah, you would have never in a million years seen anything like that coming.
Especially at the way the movie was going.
Mm-hmm.
And then just out of nowhere, horsecock people.
It was the strange. That's what made it so funny. It's just like this movie. It's pretty funny, and it's just this social commentary on black people in the workforce.
Yeah,
and,
it's having a white voice.
Right, and it's just and it's really well written and all the and it's also talking about just unions and stuff like that and why they're important, stuff like that. And it's it's a comedy, but it has social commentary, and you're enjoying it. And then all of a sudden there's a fucking horseman.
Yeah, in a million years you would have
never seen that.
And I went to the bathroom at that right moment. Anytime I could have gone, but no.
He went to the bathroom. He's like, oh. It was a slow spot.
We hear you in the bathroom, and you're like,
what?
There's a horse guy in the shower.
I was like, Corbin, close your eyes. Let me rewind it. Oh my god! I watched it.
Room 202 is hoarding horse people.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You hear Corbin in there?
Holy shit!
You're like, wait, come back! Sydney's like, don't look at that.
Sorry.
Reginald,
get your ass back in the shower.
Oh, so good.
Horse people. Would you be okay if there was horse people in the world?
No.
You wouldn't be okay with that?
It's the same thing with clones. I don't want clones.
What if there was a perfect clone of you? So when you die,
that would be so fucking weird.
So here's the thing, Barbra Streisand. You know who that is?
Yeah. Isn't she a model?
She's an actress.
I know the
singer.
Song.
Yeah. She's a jack of all a Jacqueline of all trades.
Jacqueline.
She also said, okay, before I get into this, she also said that we can't judge Michael Jackson because he had urges that needed to be fulfilled. I'm paraphrasing, but I can find the direct quote.
You can't judge a child.
Let me. But she cloned her dogs, and she said that.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she said that they have different personalities than the originals.
That would make sense.
They probably just give her the same breed of the dog.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even notice.
Oh, so she
pays hundreds of thousands of dollars to clone this dog, but they just went to the fucking pet shop and got the same looking dog.
She's like, they're
they
clone.
They have a picture. They're like, this one looks about right. Okay, let's get this.
So I just read that she apologized for.
Because that's fucking retarded.
It's so stupid. Yeah, I don't understand.
He's a child fucker. Well,
don't judge a child.
She's like, it wasn't right, but at the same time, he had his urges, and I really want to find it, but the links on here aren't working for whatever reason. So,
fuck, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we don't even need to go.
Don't even start.
Yeah. So anyway, she said they have different personalities, and so it's it's not even you're cloning yourself. It's just
it's
looks
just the look.
Right. It's everything about you is the same except for that.
When they clone you, do you think you start as a baby again, or?
Yeah, you have to.
So I think that's what it is. I think it's your brain, because you're gonna be raised differently than your clone.
Right.
Is. So.
And like chemical stuff is different.
Yeah.
Experiences, all that kind of shit. So
there's no perfect way to get the same human, unless they copy your brain.
Yeah, she said, you can say molested, quotes, but those children, as you heard them say, they were thrilled to be there.
Well, because they were getting free shit. I don't think any kid is thrilled to get a Michael Jackson penis in their butt.
Or tongue.
Or him, like, licking, like,
their
my
butthole.
Lick my nipples.
Yeah.
Lick my nipples.
my nipples. Hey. Hey, babe.
Hey, cute little boy. Lick my nipples.
Yeah, she said they both married and they both have children, so it didn't kill them. Bitch. Oh, you know what? I wish that someone would clone her and then molest that version of her.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
For saying shit like that.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Barbra Streisand. We're coming for you.
We're coming for you, Barbra.
Barbra. That's such an old lady name.
Yeah, it is.
Barbra.
Name someone who's been named Barbara in the past, like, 15 years. No one.
My grandma's name is Barbara.
Is it really?
One of them, yeah. Do you know any Barbaras, Siena?
No. I don't know.
Besides your girl. Or I had this lady who was like like kind of a tutor, I guess, in high school that I was always around in one of my classes, and her name was Barbara, and she was just shit.
Barbra or Barb is just like a common old lady name.
Bruh.
I've heard that name a lot.
Yeah. What else are some old lady names? Agatha.
Glenda.
Agatha.
No one's had that name in the past like 80 years. Like Agatha Christie.
Hey, I'm Agatha Christie.
Laura.
Eugene.
Actually, Laura's not that. No one's. You can have a name, Laura. Rose.
My sister's name is Carol.
Well, I think that as time goes on, old lady names become like stripper names, like Rose and like I don't know.
Barbara on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barbra.
It's like an old lady.
Yeah, she's helicoptering her titties around.
The crowd's going wild.
Yeah, Barbra.
She's like, I can't stop. She's like,
she gets the most money. All the other strippers are like
how
jealous.
Does she do it? Honey, I've been in a gang for years.
Honey, I started. You know who my first client was? George Washington. Shit.
Stripper gang.
Have you ever seen pictures of? Speaking of presidents, you ever seen pictures of Thomas Jefferson?
The
President?
Thomas Jefferson.
They're every single painting of. I think there's a conspiracy theory about it. Is it Thomas Jefferson? No, maybe it's Andrew Jackson. Maybe it's Andrew Jackson actually.
Why? What's going on?
He looks like fucking Andrew.
Andrew
Jackson. Let's see, is it Andrew Jackson?
Jakku's son.
Yeah, it's Andrew Jackson. He looks like a fucking
Like that picture.
Wait, where?
Scroll down.
I don't know where I saw it.
He looks like a
That
vampire.
one.
Ooh, yeah.
He does look like a vampire. But there's one of him that is so fucking creepy, dude. I saw it the other day. Is it this one? It might be this one. No, maybe not that one.
Was it?
But he looks like a vampire in like every painting.
What if he was?
That'd be pretty cool. A president that was a vampire.
Can you look up if duels are still legal?
Corbin, there's no way. But I'm gonna look it
When's
up
the
anyways.
last time there was a duel? Like, you know what I'm talking about, where two people walk and they point and shoot a gun?
There's no way. Well, look. I think honestly the reason why it's not legal is because of collateral damage. I'm sure that if that wasn't a threat, that there would still be.
Because I know people, like, if there's beef with people, they're like legally allowed to fight each other.
Duels still
Like
legal in the
streets.
U.S. Dueling is still legal according to sections 22.01 and 22.06 in the Texas Penal Code.
We're going to Texas.
The laws.
We could duel some fools.
Who are we gonna duel?
I don't know. Duel some fools.
Duel some fools.
My mom.
The law states that any
some guy on the street.
Gotta
She's
go
like,
read on
duel
the
me.
phone.
I challenge you to a duel.
You have
One
fists only.
Oh.
So it's not legal still.
Damn. But there was a president that was in a duel and he won while he was president.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, George Washington fought in battle.
Yeah.
As when he was serving as president.
Yeah.
And Teddy Roosevelt did the same thing. Teddy Roosevelt? Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Theodore Roosevelt was.
Yeah, he was a G.
The wheelchair guy?
No.
No. Wait.
Theodore Roosevelt.
It's the same as Teddy Roosevelt. I'm a fucking dum-dum.
But yeah, no, he fought in Cuba with the Rough Riders. Mm-hmm. And then that was a good president.
Yeah, he was dope as fuck.
Because he established like Yellowstone. Do you know that? And he was just a G. He was the walk tall and carry a big stick or something. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. He was cool.
He was a cool guy. So I have, if you're at all interested, I have the Florida Man subreddit pulled up.
Okay, I'm always down for some crazy.
You down?
Florida people.
I want to get some reactions out of Siena. Always has the best. Imagine.
Oh Imagine being in that situation.
Every possible. Oh my God! The first one is probably the best one. Florida man and Florida woman arrested for having sex on the beach in quote every possible position, fully nude. They did not cover up. It went for 25 minutes.
Every position.
All the sand up in that shit,
ooh,
like,
yeah, for real.
That would have hurt.
Wait, how do you fit every position in 25 minutes?
They were probably like, they had a list. Like, okay, one.
Yeah, they bust out two pumps. Switch. Next.
Like twist.
Oh shit, I got the note.
Let
me pause this. I don't want to know. So this comes from, I swear to God, if it's Tampa Bay Times. No, it's from News WKRG 5 on your side. On your side. Just after 5 p.m. Thursday, so it was kind of later in the day, deputies were called out to the eastern boundary of Fort Pickens area.
Fort Pickens?
Fort Pickens. While walking on the beach, I witnessed a white male and white female having sex in every possible position fully nude, a witness said. They did not cover it up and went for 25 minutes. So
this guy is a perv.
Not only is he a pervert, but did you time it? Because 25 minutes is a little specific.
Sitting there watching,
he's like, all right, there's one position.
Right.
All right, there's the second position.
Yeah, I would have been like, hey, it was probably about half an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't say 25. That's too specific. He's like, it was 24 minutes and 30 seconds?
You know, if I saw two people fucking on the beach, I'm going to let them do their business.
Yeah,
I'm not going to...
Yeah, I wouldn't call it cops.
No,
I'd just be like, that's fucking...
so fucked. I'd be cock block. Whoever did that's a cock block.
I'd be like, that's fucking weird, but... I don't even know if I'd call the cops if there were children around. It's like, hey, I gotta learn how somehow.
Shit, just kids having fun.
I don't know how much more of this I want to read. Basically, they just got arrested from what I see here.
Their
bond was set at $500. That's not bad.
Just let two people fuck. Like, what's a big deal?
Okay, but I would also make the argument, maybe don't do it on a public beach.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a hotel.
You know what would have made that story even better? If a gator, joined in.
Yeah, a gator. Got him.
Like a little freeway action going on?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, the gator, joins in?
Or, the horse guy, shows up.
But it's like a gator person. There's probably them in fucking Florida. Crazy-ass Floridians. Floridians? What are they?
Floridians?
Floridians? Isn't that No,
oh, my God. Florida man shoots himself while on the line at grocery store?
Damn. That would be tragic.
Florida man.
You're just buying, your groceries, and then someone's like, fuck this.
He's tired of waiting.
Fuck.
I've been waiting too goddamn long.
I can't take it anymore.
I can't.
Next, please.
They're clean up in the deli section.
Oh, yeah. Not again. But fuck, Florida's crazy. I don't want to talk about it because we talk about it every fucking episode.
I know. That's kind of my go-to. Well, I need to think of some new games that we can play. It's kind of hard. I don't want to rip off from other people.
We could do that Junk Hunk one.
Yeah, we haven't played Junk Hunk in a while.
Junk Hunk, to remind everyone real quick, it's we're all going to think of something on the internet. Or I guess, can we do 3? We could do 3 people.
What do you mean?
We'll all think of 3 words, or do you just want to do 2?
I think we should all think of one, and then, you...
Well, but someone has to say the word, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot.
So,
but yeah, we'll say a word, and then the 2 other people are going to have to think of something that relates to that word, and then we'll look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Right, and whatever the top result is.
We'll come up, we've got some good stuff.
We've gotten some good, I think the last time that we played this was with Siena, and it was so funny. It was washing the dogs. Remember that?
But I don't think it was on a podcast.
Yes, it was.
It was?
Washing the dogs, yeah. It was episode 2.
Oh, there was like one where we weren't recording and it was funny
like
as
Rape
fuck.
Tree.
Yeah.
Oh, Rape Tree was funny. Yeah, because we were talking about the Evil Dead, and there's in both the original and the remake, there's a Rape Tree scene.
There's a character called Rape Tree.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Which is pretty crazy. So, imagine that being your name, by the way.
Yeah, it's your boy Rape Tree out here.
They're in class. They're like,
it's like his rap name.
Hey, Rape Tree. Timothy here. Sandra here. Rape. Hold on. Would you say it? By the way, if you were a substitute, would you say that name?
Rape Tree.
I would. I mean, if
it's Rapatress.
It's pronounced Rapatress. Yeah, your boy Rape Tree.
It's your boy Rape Tree. So, since we've been talking about me, horse cock, let's do horse. So you gotta think of a word. Just tell me when you got it.
Fuck.
Okay, hold on.
You got it? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Teeth.
Hooves. Teeth hooves.
Fuck, this is.
What the hell's a teeth hoof? It's gonna be like a sex position. Yo, girl, let's do the teeth hoof.
Trilobite? I know what that is. Damn, they couldn't find anything. What? Let's do this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So the word is Ayanur, Ayanur, and this is the description.
Because teeth hooves wouldn't come up.
Right. So this was the top thing that was on when I looked up teeth hooves. For whatever reason, this is a gay ass bitch with period looks like a beaver and is gay. He likes evangelos and is gay. You're such an ayener.
You're an ayener, bruh.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, what is an ayener?
This person fucking was on crack. So
it's like he got called an ayener.
So I didn't realize this, but Urban Dictionary sells mugs that will have a word on it, and here I'm gonna get a screenshot. Come here. I'm gonna get a screenshot so I can put it in post. So they fucking if you can buy a mug with whatever word you want on it, and then the description on the back of the mug. Imagine having this mug that says "Yener" and then that description on the back of it. So I want to know what this word is. Evangelos, someone who is one with nature, an angel or God amongst men. Oh, so it's like. And it's gay. I got 2 buck teeth, my 2 buck teeth, my 2 buck teeth, and a gay prostitute.
What is this? What is
this word? This is like the fucking meth section of
of Urban Dictionary.
They have categories, and one of them is
sex.
I'm just gonna click on it real quick.
Let's see what helps.
All right, so this is a little extension of our game. Y'all just pick a word.
What is
booty butt cheeks?
I think we know what that. Where do you see that?
Poontang.
Penis welt.
Fudgy crinkles.
Ooh, fudgy crinkle. The foreskin on a penis caked or crusted with poop after anal.
Oh my
god.
Oh, last night I got those fudgy crinkles.
Oh, dude, you don't even want to know. Oh. I got those fudgy crinkles last night, bro. That sounds like a cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
That should be a cereal brand we should make. Fudgy crinkles.
Fudgy crinkles. Yummy chocolate.
Mom, can you get me some fudgy crinkles at the store?
Yeah. Fuck, I want some.
There's so much sugar in that, honey, but okay.
What did I say about those fudgy crinkles?
There's a lot of fudgies here. Fudgy muffins, fudgies, fudgicle.
What's a fudgy duck?
Fudgy duck? Let's see. A fart that sounds like a duck quacked and simultaneously shat diarrhea.
Oh.
It's like wah, 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 wah. We're out of time. Oh, Rose.
Yeah, it's your boy Fudgy Duck.
Hey, it's Fudgy Duck.
Fudgy.
Fuck.
What else?
Fudgy fuck.
Fudgy fuck. Fudgy bear. Let's see what that is.
Look up brass. Trombone.
Rusty trombone?
Rusty trombone.
I know that one. It's kind of a difficult
If a girl asked for this, she wants to give you a rusty trombone.
Would you let a girl do it?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, okay. When a guy gets a rim job and a hand job at the same time from one person, looks like the giver is playing a trombone with a rusty brown mouthpiece.
She's blowing in the
so she's like,
butt.
She's like, it's like this.
It's like a trombone.
Wait, so she's blowing in the guy's butthole?
Yeah.
Yeah, or just like,
or like,
or just
his ass.
Yeah, she's Michael Jacksoning it.
She's giving it the old Michael.
She's like actually like.
She's like. You would allow it though.
No.
Would you let a girl eat your ass?
No. I would eat ass.
Ramen?
I don't think so.
I would not let.
But it's not even like a. The only reason why is because
My dog doesn't. It's fine.
My dog does it to me.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's quite the experience.
But
I wouldn't. I hesitate because it's like I don't know why I wouldn't. I can't even pinpoint why I wouldn't.
I just don't get like the pleasure in
I don't think there is any.
Like,
I think
what's
there
the
has
point
to
of
be.
it?
It's the same thing with like. It's like the same thing with people who like lick eyeballs. Like I think people just like make shit up.
What?
Yeah, you not hear about that? That was a huge thing in like Japan and
they lick
Europe and
eyeballs.
shit. Yeah, they're like, come here, Corbin, I'll show you.
They just start like
Or like when they like suck on their nose, like a little.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing.
No.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Oh, what you do?
But I do. That's a story for
Yeah,
another
maybe I shouldn't
time.
even bring that one up.
Let's just drop that.
Let's just drop that one.
Would you ever eat a girl's ass?
No.
You wouldn't?
Mm-mm.
I think I would.
No.
In the heat of the moment, I think.
I just think that playing with fecal matter in that sense, that close, is like playing with death.
Yeah, I was playing with fire right there.
I mean,
I'm just like, no butt stuff is my number one.
Yeah, there's no reason for it.
Yeah, like what's the point? Like
I'm speaking
just
purely on
stuff.
I'm not speaking on any of practices of individuals of differing sexualities. I'm just speaking purely on like a biological sense.
well,
Fucking
just like,
it's not made for that, so just maybe don't.
yeah.
That makes sense. I get that.
I saw this
I'm not gonna
video.
be a hater, but
I saw this video of this girl eating this guy's ass, and he was
And
like
he ripped
recording.
ass.
Yeah,
I saw the same
right
video. I saw the same video, and he's laughing, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like all tatted too. He's like,
yeah.
"Yo, so me and Jake were watching this video. I gotta talk to you about this fucking video, dude. I'll pull it up. Siena, you're gonna be enthralled with this gentleman. So it's this guy who makes videos, of his like daily routines, like depending what time of the day, with his pet baby monkey.
I know. I saw this. Like of him like washing him, like his nighttime routine.
Yeah.
I was like,
So,
it's so cute.
It's so cute. The monkey's so cute. But I just want to say, this guy,
Is what you would least expect.
not only that, but he has to just have 8 women in his bedroom at all times.
Oh yeah.
He's like,
especially with the monkey.
with
like,
he's got a monkey that he's sweet to. He's fucking shredded. He's fucking huge. Like I wouldn't, if I
he's
saw
all
this guy,
tatted up, like.
and he's tatted from head to toe.
Doesn't help that he's black.
Well, he's got everything going for him. And I gotta
He like tells girls like, I got a monkey back at home. Like, you want to meet him? Like, and,
And they
that's
think
how he
pick up
gets
lines.
it.
and they're like, oh, I was actually thought you were talking about your wiener.
I didn't know you had a real.
I
monkey.
didn't know you actually had a real monkey.
Can you just stand by while I do the daily nighttime routine?
He's like, hey, I'll be in a moment. I just have to scrub him.
Nighttime.
I'll put a picture of him and his monkey on screen.
Monkey.
It's so cute. It's a cute fucking little monkey
It's
too.
so
The monkey's
cute.
name is Curtis.
And like when he was feeding it,
Freaking
like,
alien.
oh,
Super cute.
I wish I had a pet monkey.
I just that screenshot sound was me.
That's an interesting sound. Why is that the sound for pictures?
Because it sounds like a camera. Why else would it be that?
Why do cameras make that
Because that's the sound that it made from like when.
Oh, when like
like actual camera. Yeah. Because the light bulb would go.
That's pretty crazy. Didn't know that.
Actually, is there a picture of the first selfie? I'm just curious now. Because this episode doesn't really have a script because our original guest flaked out. Oof.
Insert Minecraft.
Insert. That was actually pretty good. We're kind of just like ad-libbing here, and we're doing okay, I think.
I'm having fun.
We're having a great time. I just want to look up.
Do you ever see that picture where it's like first picture of camera being made? And it's like, well, how'd they take the picture? Did you ever see that meme?
Oh, what the? That's true. That's very.
And why didn't they smile in the first pictures, huh? All the Western people, they never smile.
That's a good point. I don't know. Maybe just like the idea of having a picture. So this is the first selfie. Looks like shit.
Yeah, for real. Why is he so grumpy?
He's so grumpy, dude. He smile. Well, I know when they used, all the like original paintings of like presidents, they never smiled because they'd have to sit there forever. Or like, they all look like
presidents.
They all look like
Barack Obama, best president.
Is that what the search thing was?
No.
Or is that just your opinion?
My opinion.
At least in our lifetime.
Yeah, definitely in our lifetime.
I'm afraid of saying that because I don't want to alienate people.
Well, the only presidents I've ever known was
That's
Obama,
a good point.
So.
Right. So yeah, I guess
and he's
out
better
of
than Trump. But
right, that's a good point. So out of two, I wouldn't even count George Bush because we were so young when he was president.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I literally don't even know anything about him besides.
I think once you turn 18, that's when you can really start judging the presidents because that's when you can start.
But I also try not to be political just because both sides are really fucking.
I don't give two shits.
Yeah, it's just like both sides are super, super polarized and hate the other. And I have a lot of friends who are super liberal, and I have a lot of friends who are super conservative, and I love them both equally. So I don't really see how it matters.
I'm just. Yeah. I don't even know.
I just kind of like respect what other people believe.
Right.
Like,
unless it's like outlandish and stupid.
Yeah.
Like people who are saying that Obama's from Ethiopia or whatever. It's like, okay, dude. Just because he's black does not mean he's from a different country. Fucking dum-dums. But I want to look at like original, like look at this guy. Who is this? Theodore Roosevelt? Yeah. No. Oh, that's Henry Taft, I think. No.
Look up.
He's the guy that got stuck in the bathtub.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you hear about that?
President
who got stuck. Ooh.
You know, there's memorable presidents out there. Like, there's George Washington, Abraham Lincoln.
But there's so many that are
like, there's like, who's the 24th president?
Yeah, William Howard Taft got stuck in a bathtub.
How do you get stuck in a bathtub?
He was massive. He was morbidly obese.
Was he a big man?
He was big. Look at this guy.
He big.
Yeah.
He big. That's thick right there. That's some thickums.
Oh, I love how their belt like goes above their belly. Belly button.
So I want list of presidents.
Yeah, but there's like there's those obvious memorable ones.
Right, but I want to see if there are any that I don't even know. Like there are these. Okay, so even the first
couple
like I know almost all of these.
They like a lot of them sound familiar.
I know. Let's see, Grover Cleveland.
I don't even know who Grover Cleveland is.
You don't know who that is?
No.
Okay, I know. I'm familiar with the name. Benjamin Harrison. No idea who that is.
No idea. Wait, this guy was it twice? 19.
Yeah. So up until FDR, there wasn't a limit on how many terms you could serve.
So they're like, this guy did a good job, and this guy came and fucked shit up. So they're like, we want this guy back.
Yeah, pretty much. He probably just ran again and then won. But like FDR.
Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, who is that? Millard. Oh, I know who that is.
Zachary Taylor.
This guy.
That's such a new name.
That's like Zachary Taylor sounds like
for the 1800s.
Like a SoCal kind of guy.
That's crazy.
Hey guys.
Yo, Zachary Taylor.
Hey, it's Zach T here.
But
Zachy T.
Or Millard Fillmore.
Franklin Pierce.
These guys were probably...
Yo, dude, look at this guy. James. Butcher. Look at his hair.
He got that hot going.
He's got that mohawk.
He looks like the guy from Silence of the Lambs.
Fucking what's his name?
The killer?
Yeah.
I just
Hannibal
watched
Lecter.
that.
Hannibal Lecter.
I can't remember that. Anthony Hopkins is the actor's name.
Hannibal Lecter.
James.
Who was the real serial killer that was based off?
Oh, I think Ed Gein?
No, who's the one in the 1800s? Jack the Ripper.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Him?
I love learning about serial.
I do too. I've always loved it.
Me too. Ever since I was little.
That's
I want to watch.
Thing about humans that we're so fascinated about these because I feel like they're so different. They go against the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and their mindset is completely different.
Yeah,
and they do horrific stuff.
Yeah,
and some people just hear voices in their head telling them that they have to do that.
Like Son of Sam. You know who that is? He was a male person, a mailman, and he said that his dog that lived next door to him was possessed by a demon and was telling him to kill people. So he went on a kill rampage. And it's pretty crazy.
Bitches be crazy.
I think that's where the term going postal comes from. It's from him and other postal workers just losing their shit and killing people.
Postal. That must be a tough job, just driving around all day delivering. They're always so nice, though.
Yeah,
they're always so.
That's
nice.
why I always feel like they must have some hidden abilities. You know when someone's just so nice, it seems like they're imperfect.
What the hell?
I'm like, yeah, you probably have little boy corpses.
Yeah, they're just two nice people.
Right.
But yeah, I feel bad for these presidents that we don't remember because they're presidents and they're like, I'm gonna go down in history. But
how many have there been? 40 something?
50. How many presidents? 52?
How many presidents?
No, that's...
I feel like this is something that American people should know.
We just stupid.
How many presidents? 44.
My bad.
You know what I think is so crazy?
Giraffes fight with their necks.
Just okay, so not... yeah. We were going to talk about that. We'll talk about that in a second.
Talk about that.
I think that's on not a political standpoint. I'm not taking a political stance here. I'm just saying, just based purely on fact. The fact that Donald Trump became president is so crazy.
Because he was
he's got money.
Right.
And he was a TV star.
Mm-hmm.
He was but now he's the president of the United States.
It's just insane that he even won. Because you know what's so funny is I remember people used to
joke about it. It
was
a joke.
It was
a
joke.
Everyone's oh yeah, Donald Trump's gonna be president.
And then once it got narrowed down to him and Hillary Clinton, everyone was like, oh shit.
He actually made it.
He actually did it.
But would you rather have
I have
Hillary
my own
Clinton?
My theories about it, but I don't know. The thing is so every judgment that one can make about Donald Trump is based purely on what he says, which is merit enough. I'm not discrediting that. But the thing about him is he hasn't really accomplished anything in his presidency, at all. He just kind of
besides the wall.
Well, he hasn't done that. He just said it.
He talked to Kim Jong-un, which is
that's something.
That's
But
and then he put those tariffs on China and shit. But
I don't know.
And he shut the
that.
Government down
80 times. And you know what he did do that I just think is so. I don't even care that I'm being political right now. The whole Muslim ban thing was such shit, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I get that we don't want terrorists,
quote unquote.
But not every fucking Muslim's a terrorist.
And not only that, but most of the conflicts that we have in the U.S. that resolve around terrorist attacks come from our own people.
Yeah.
What the fuck does banning Muslims have to do with anything?
Yeah, I think it's just they like to blame a lot of shit.
I think people like to find an answer and point the finger at things. Yeah. But I think it's also important. I'm sorry. I'm going to make a statement right here, and this is my pledge. This is my pledge to all 202 listeners. This is the last episode where I talk as much as I am.
Oh, I think you're good.
Siena's our guest, okay, and we haven't allowed her to say anything.
That's true.
We need to ask her some damn questions.
I'm not really, I'm just scared. Oh. I'm just filling in.
Well,
this isn't
I need to, this is my promise to you listeners.
I haven't heard any complaints from any listeners. I think.
We also.
And you should.
That's not what I was gonna say, but actually, I'd like to say this is a shout out to our last episode with Amar, because of his kind advertisements of our last episode. We got a lot of views on our last episode.
Thank you, Amar.
Amar, we would love to have you back. I hope you're listening.
Love that episode. That was so fun.
It was best one, I think.
I think
so.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah.
And I can't wait to hear his podcast when that comes out.
Mhm.
And he's
Shout
coming
out.
out with music.
Oh,
Anyways,
starting a podcast?
yeah, he's starting a
Wow.
podcast.
Damn.
It's about music. They're every episode they're just gonna talk about the entirety of an album from some artist.
That's so cool.
That is really
I'm
cool.
very excited to hear it.
That would be nice.
And he's a music guy, so he knows what he's talking about. So or
all right, let's talk about these fucking giraffes.
Please, let's do it.
Okay, but let's start with their tongues.
Oh, don't.
Shit's
They're
crazy.
blue tongues.
Their tongues are huge.
They're like
and they're
purpley
blue.
blue, yeah.
Oh, giraffes are just a weird animal that I don't think should be on Earth. Because think about it, it's just a horse that's really fucking tall and has a really tall neck. Like that, it's such an absurd animal.
You know something that's crazy, dude, is I was in an anthropology class my first semester this year, and we were learning about like bottleneck theory and all these theories about like how like evolution and stuff. Yeah, and like evolution and stuff. This one's just like. But
I kind of relate with giraffes because I have a long ass neck. So
like,
we're like
giraffe
the same.
gang out here.
I relate with
But they're such a goofy animal, and they have polka dots on.
So
them.
you know what? You know what they say? They say that they think that their necks are long like that because trees started to get bigger and bigger, and all the food was up higher.
That
So they
makes
had to.
sense.
So all the only ones that could not starve to death were the ones with longer necks, and then they would breed with each other and millions of years. But
yeah.
So.
And when they fight each other, they like.
That's
swing
the
their
shit
neck.
right there,
like,
giraffe.
Fucking knuckles on their head, and then they swing.
Yeah, what the fuck are those?
And then they swing those bitches at each other's neck. Oh.
And it's loud as shit too. Let's pull up a video.
And they can run fast too.
With
right?
their long ass legs.
Yeah.
And,
Like.
Oh, fuck giraffe. Oh, this shit's crazy.
They just walk up next to each other. Yo, what up, dude? Wait, oh shit!
Like
the fuck out.
And they try and get under their belly too.
Mhm.
I feel like they really wouldn't do that much damage though.
Oh! Well, those horns, I bet.
Oh my fuck.
I don't know how a neck doesn't get broken. They must be tough as shit.
They have like concussions by the end of it.
Oh, you got.
Damn, so. I just think that's crazy that they resolve their issue by just fucking hitting each other with their necks.
Imagine if that's how people
would
fought.
they? You know?
Oh,
With their hooves.
the hooves, they fucking. They could.
They could.
But,
You know what animal is really fucking dangerous? And a guy got killed recently by one? They're these birds called. Oh, deadly.
Yeah. There's. Yeah, I think I know.
What's it called? Cassowary.
Yeah, those things are fucking scary.
This guy had pet cassowaries.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll pull up the video of this guy getting fucking jumped.
Australia, 1926.
Okay, no, I don't care about this.
16-year-old
Hold on.
Philip
Oh, I gotta mute it. I don't. This guy's channel is called "They Will Kill You." Oh, lots of references. So the cassowary, right? This guy gets fucking murked by one recently.
Their claws
So I'll put the video on screen too. Watch this guy get. Watch what they do. Oh fuck! It doesn't show it.
I hate videos that just show like pictures.
Pictures, yeah.
No, the worst.
Shout out to our podcast.
The worst are the videos that no one's talking or anything. You just have to read it. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to fucking read
Fucking
it.
lazy.
I don't want to fucking read. But no, yeah, there used to be these like dinosaurs, in like a long time ago.
Raptors.
Yeah, well, not like they're called like terror birds.
Yeah.
But they're just like big ass birds, and they just haul ass, and they could fuck you up. Oh, raptors are scary.
What if dinosaurs
Well,
were still like
Around
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oh, that would be some.
we'd be
crazy
fucked?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, T-Rex.
Oh, there was a bomb ass TV show where they went
Terra
Nova.
Terra Nova.
Oh,
Me and my dad watched it. It only lasted for one season. It was good as fuck, and they should bring it back.
So fucking good.
Did you ever hear of it?
Oh, but it
It's
was only
this-
one season, which just sucked.
It sucked. I don't understand. Okay, so basically, the world in the future is shit. Like it's a dystopia. So we all
We're
go.
all fucked.
So the U.S. government and a bunch of other governments create time machines to go back in time and create settlements when dinosaurs were around
Mm-hmm.
to harness the resources so that they could save the current world. It only lasted a season. Terra Nova. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
But fuck, that was so good because they were like fighting dinosaurs and shit.
And it had the guy from Avatar in it.
Oh yeah, he was like the general.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a really good
Okay,
show.
but when is Avatar gonna come out? Like, I've
The
been
new
waiting
one?
for the second
Ever.
one to come out for so long.
Is there gonna be a second one?
They're gonna come out with 4 more.
No way.
Yeah.
The last one that came out was like what, 2000?
How much? Avatar.
So long ago.
That's some like Incredibles too.
You know-
Right there.
And I thought like the next one was supposed to either
2009.
2000. I thought the new one was supposed to come out either this year or next year.
I think it's the end of this year. Like this upcoming December. Yeah,
But I've been waiting so goddamn long for that shit.
it's crazy, man. So, it's the highest grossing film of all time.
Let's get Endgame's
Endgame?
getting close.
Endgame just passed Titanic
and Star Wars.
and Star Wars. So, cross your fingers. I really hope.
I hope Endgame beats them.
But you know what's funny? Is Disney owns both, like Marvel, like Endgame and shit, and Avatar.
Really?
So they're making money no matter what.
Disney's gonna be like the fucking superpower because they're making so much money.
They make stupid bank.
They're gonna be the superpower in the future. Disney.
They're gonna reanimate Walt Disney, and then he's gonna be our next president.
I could see it.
You know, he hated Jewish people.
Wow.
Okay, here we go.
Just kidding. But
yeah, what the?
This table, like, I keep leaning on
Yeah,
it, and
for
it's
so
so
sticky.
sticky. I'm like,
This
fuck.
table.
Did you guys end up doing anything last night? Like, why is it? Is
No,
this
we-
from
We did. It was from the night before.
Friday?
Yeah.
That was a fun night.
If our audience doesn't know, the room 202 is always popping. So
Yeah, it's always. But you know what? It's funny because people will say, "Oh, the apartment is like gross." I mean, it's like a
well, it's always
it's like
trash.
a young
because-
person apartment, and it's always trash. But it's kind of what you expect out of people our age.
Yeah, because everyone's always over here.
But it's funny because everyone will talk shit about the apartment until they need somewhere to go hang out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, someone the other day was telling Sydney, like, that they were looking for an apartment, and Sydney was like, "Oh, well, we're gonna be moving out soon, so like maybe you guys can like move in here or something like that."
I'm not moving out.
And like that person was like, "No, like that apartment is fucking disgusting. Like I'm not moving in there." I'm like, the fucking disrespect.
You know what's fun? I'm not gonna name names because they'll know when I talk about them if they listen to this podcast. But I have a friend of mine who was saying that this place is disgusting and they don't like coming over here. But just the other night they needed some place to go to hang out.
Oh, I can imagine who that is.
It's not Jake.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Well,
But it's like,
cute, aren't we?
we literally do stuff like pretty much every night, so it's like we're not going to be cleaning like all the time because it's just going to get messy that
Yeah.
same night.
And I think it also comes down to that there are people in this world and within our group that we are friends with, but are very disrespectful with other people's property.
yeah.
I'll never understand that.
Like if everyone could see our apartment right now, we have like
Says the one
dents and like cracks in the wall.
Everywhere.
It's
It's like-
everywhere.
stains.
But I mean, it's memories. Right
It's
there.
memories, you know what I mean?
We'll get them
so-
fixed.
It's just like this table.
This table.
Yeah, this table has been through a lot.
This table. So what's funny is when Siena's mom was in town, and she was here,
And this is her table.
and this was her table forever. See, your brother, like throughout his childhood, had this table, and all of his friends.
Like they would have parties.
Yeah,
like,
and it was
do
fine.
shit
They
on
would
there.
put like things over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
The table gets passed to me.
the table gets passed to you, and then within like a few months, it's all warped and everything. It's a legendary table, though, and we'll always have it and always
Yeah,
cherish
no
it.
matter
I think
what.
one of the funniest memories from this table is we were playing beer pong on it, which it's not a good beer pong table.
No,
No, it's
But
like
really
too
short.
small.
Yeah, it's too small.
Then the people's house that we were at, one of the owners' side hoes came out and was like,
Oh,
"What's going on here?"
Like,
Trying-
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was just like a group of kids who were like, "You're just."
Oh.
But like no one gave a fuck
Yeah, no
about
one was
this guy.
listening to
Yeah.
him. He was just kind of like back there, like crossing his arms.
And he was like, "Well, I gotta see what all the excitement is about," and he just like stood there.
Yeah. Fuck.
Should have offered him to join in on the game.
Yeah, for real.
I just thought it was funny because like He was like a side hoe and had like no right
like
to
there
even
was
say anything.
No, fuck that.
So funny.
Remember you burned that picture of them?
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck.
Wait, what happened?
So like my mom had a picture with him, and like we were cleaning out the garage when we were moving out, and we find this picture of like my mom and him, and Corbin just like lights it on fire.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, what a tool. All right.
That house has memories too.
That house has memories. This place has memories. So many. I mean, wherever we go, there's memories.
There's gonna be memories.
There are some places I wish that we could go back to, but we'll probably never get the opportunity to again. That had a lot of memories, like Miss Rooney's house. That place has a lot of memories, but we're not really allowed back there.
Yeah. Like when Bruce broke the.
Oh my god! So that's Bruce. Bruce and Ricky. They were just dicking around, and was it no? Ricky broke it.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think it was Ricky. Ricky like had like a pillow in his hand, and he went up to hit someone, and he smashed this light.
Like that video? One video.
Kevin, watch the light. Watch the light, dude.
Fuck.
And so he broke the light, and then Ricky and Bruce started, and they're really good friends, so it's not like this story matters at all, but they almost got in a fist fight because he was like, "You idiot!"
Yeah. And they ended up buying her a new one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, we probably aren't allowed there anymore, but that was...
I think that when it's like us, right? Or if it were like, if Ricky were here, you know what I mean? But once it exceeds 5 people...
That's when shit starts.
So we start like building off of each other's hype, and then things just start getting fucking broken.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because, like, whenever we go to parties, like, it just, like, makes it that much better. Like, we just add, like, that, like, touch to the party.
Remember when we went to this girl's Shania's birthday party?
Mm-hmm.
But it was so boring. It was so boring. Everyone was just chilling on a couch.
Was I there?
I
was there.
Yeah, and then we all rolled up and we're like, what the fuck is going on here? And then we got the party going.
We're like, let's get this cage going.
Yeah.
Remember her parents were like...
her fucking parents just walked in and we're like, okay, alright, we're gonna go in our room. And we're like, everyone was all like...
so uncomfortable. I was like,
But, fuck her parents, so I guess we're just chill with a bunch of underage drinking.
Yeah, you know what? God bless them.
For real.
We're all adults, technically, so it's like...
We make our own choices.
Right. We're going to do it anyways. Might as well let me do it in your house, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, so good. So, oh man, we got to talk about just the future of this podcast, because we're narrowing in on another long episode. I really like it, though.
I've enjoyed
like
long episodes.
I think it's good to aim for an hour, but these long ones, man, they're just so fun.
I mean, we just keep going.
And they're so fun.
Having a good time.
Good time.
Room 202.
So, we got some comments on our last post about putting them back on SoundCloud. Here's the thing with SoundCloud. You can only upload so many hours worth of content onto SoundCloud before you have to pay them. And it's not entirely expensive, but I figure it's so much easier to listen to it on YouTube. And we get more views on YouTube, and it's just like, and you can do as much as you want on YouTube. So like I said in the last episode, we're switching to YouTube, and then I'm going to try and look into see if there's any other streaming services or, things like that we could post on, just so that we have more variety of things that people can listen to. But as of right now, we're not going to be posting to SoundCloud. It's just a hassle, and I don't, when we have a better option, I don't see why we would pay money to do that.
What about Spotify?
Yeah, we can figure Spotify out. You basically just have to pay someone to sell your content to them. So we'll talk about that. We're looking into getting some new equipment.
Make the podcast better for y'all. Yeah,
make it a lot more enjoyable. And we have some great guests lined up here for the next few weeks. I'm really disappointed and kind of upset. I don't want to say upset. It's not that big a deal to me, but I'm just a little disappointed that our guest today flaked out on us.
I've been looking forward to that for a while.
I don't want to say his name because I'm not speaking bad on him. I actually really like him. I have a lot of respect and I appreciate him a lot.
We're having a water gun fight outside.
That sounds amazing.
Remember the days when you just go outside and have a water gun fight?
Or like water balloons?
Yeah, water balloons. We need to do that this summer.
We should do that.
Let's go to a park this summer and do that.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
water balloon each other.
But yeah, this I don't know. I don't know that I entirely want to give up on having him on the podcast because he's really funny.
It'd be legendary. Just got to get him here.
We just got to get him here. We'll see what happens. I'm not throwing any shade his way. It's just disappointing that, we had planned it for at least 2 weeks now.
3, I think.
Maybe 3 weeks. And I kept saying hey, this time work. And he just wasn't getting back to me. And we'd talked over the same, form before. So, it happens. But I will say that I do like testing our limits in just kind of going off of no script and just talking.
Yeah, this was fun.
This was fun. We just kind of went for it. It's always a pleasure to have Siena. Always a pleasure.
Well, sometimes.
Well, sometimes she just stinks.
I mean,
the stench is just unreal.
Sorry.
I need to get some deodorant.
Fuck Plum.
Fuck Plum. So, yeah, that's the future of this podcast. We have some other big things coming as far as the podcast, but I don't want to announce them yet. I don't want to say anything.
Suspense.
A little suspense for you guys, and we'll just talk about as things change. But love and appreciate you all for listening. And we'll talk about the next episode that we have coming up. So we record on Sundays around noon. Today we did a little later, just, because whatever. It's on Sundays.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. We're going to have a great time tonight, have some cervezas. And
getting some tequila.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those nights.
One of those nights. It's like just like Theo Vaughn said, it's like pouring Mexico right into your body. Yeah, so this next Sunday we have our good friends Seth and Jake coming on. Jake is my best friend since we were 10 years old. And he's departing shortly to become a firefighter, which is cool.
That's dope.
And Seth is a little rapscallion Cherokee boy. So we're going to have both of them on, and, it's going to be a fucking blast. They're great.
Good time.
It's our first double one.
Double trouble.
Technically.
Mainly, people would just jump in.
Yeah,
which I love.
It'll be a banger.
It's going to be so exciting, you guys. I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Tune in.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 6. Corbin, you want to take over here?
All right. Well, that's all for episode 6.
Right.
I want to thank Siena for coming in.
Papa Rice.
Just coming out of her room and walking in.
Last minute.
But,
we know you had a busy schedule. So.
Glad you could fit us in. Well, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Room202 Podcast. Email us at Room202 PC if you want to hop on the podcast.
Email us and be like, hey, dude, can I get on? And most likely we'll say yes.
Unless you're a freak.
Unless, you're the pedophile.
Yeah.
We're going to do our research first. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Pedophiles, I don't know.
Yeah, we can sign.
That'd be something you could.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to have.
Yeah.
So what's it like being a pedophile right off the bat?
Do you relate to Michael Jackson?
Can you blame him or?
Can you blame? Are you on Barbra Streisand's side or?
Yeah, that's it for episode 6 from Room 202. I'm Corbin Johnson,
and I am Roman Bolin, and we will see you next time at Room 202. We need a new outro music.
Yeah, we need.
I'm gonna make a new one.
202.
Bye.
When you're bored and have nothing to do,